I'm Rod Baker with God and Rod, and I want to talk to you today about commitment. You know, a commitment comes from a conviction, something that you believe in. You know, and a lot of times we look at commitment as in relationships, not just romantic ones, but even with friends. And if your conviction is to be committing, you know, to be able to commit and to want to commit to somebody because you trust them or you love them or you like them or they're, you know, whatever the case may be. I almost said family. Lord knows we've had a lot of trouble with family. But that commitment, and I wasn't real good at it for quite some time till I got clean and sober. When I got clean and sober, I was so much better. You know, sober-minded, I'm going to have to do a video on sober-minded at some point in time because it is the start of everything. You know, if you don't even have the self-control to stay clean and sober, then there's not, you know, you're never going to be self-disciplined. You're never going to be ascetic. You're just not. I mean, you know, everything will look like a roller coaster in your life, and especially your relationships, because you don't value yourself enough. So if you don't value you, I promise you, you don't value anybody else. You just don't. So I truly believe that commitment starts with conviction, having a conviction. Now for me, I don't really care much for people. It's almost gotten to where it's a lie. It really is. It's almost gotten to where it's a lie. I don't want to care about people. I don't want to like people. But I seem to can't help it anymore. I seem to like people. Not just helping people and people helping me or anything like that. No, there's something about them being God's kids. You know, except for those demon-possessed witches. Witches of the West. Except for them. But I truly see people as the majority, as God's kids, man, and they're doing the best they can out here, or they're doing the best they can at doing the best they can, or at least trying to fake it. I lived such a life of conviction, you know. My conviction is that I am His son and He is my God. It's a power so much greater than I am, that it allows me so much commitment that I can't help but spread it around. You know, I can't help but be committed to raising people with inspiration, with encouragement, with kindness. Shoot, just kindness, man. You know, you catch a woman that's at work, or a fella, you know, got a couple of kids at home, trying to make rent, trying to, you know, pay the bills, and, you know, struggling all the time, and There's something about a kind word to them. You know, letting them know, hey, man, I appreciate you. I appreciate the job you did. I appreciate the love that you put in my coffee. You know, I appreciate the effort you put in to being of service to me. You can say it's your job all the time, but it's something more than that. See, to me, that's commitment. I'm committed. Not to BS them, but to see the places that they go the extra mile, even if it's a little bit. They may go the extra quarter mile. And I'm convicted to do that, because that's what God does for me. He encourages me, raises me up, especially in my worst and most difficult times. I'm not saying that everybody ought to know him like I do. That would take a whole lifetime of all kinds of trials and tribulations. But what I am saying is this. What in the world are you convicted to do? What convicts you? What are you committed to? Truly committed to? And are you sober-minded? Are you truly sober-minded? Isn't it worth being sober-minded? Aren't you worth being sober-minded? Aren't you worth caring enough about yourself to be sober-minded? Because I promise you, all those problems that you drink over, all that sadness and insecurity and fear that you're drinking over, it's still going to be there when you sober up. They're still going to be there. So you might as well walk on through them. Sober, clean, no meds, no pills, no smoke, no alcohol. Give it a try. Do the thing that you are the most afraid of, the most intimidated by. Do that and do it sober. Just try one thing and see how it turns out. Just try something different. You can. You can be courageous. You can be committed. You can be convicted. Or you can go to the courthouse and be convicted, I guess, if you keep drinking and driving. Man, if you can't love yourself, at least try to like yourself. Try to like yourself. Start there. With me, it started with me being ruggedly handsome. That's where it all started. Some young girl told me I was ruggedly handsome. And something started right then. I started building this confidence, this worthiness off of that little remark right there. I wish I could find that little girl. I'd tell her thank you again. She's done a lot for me. Just that one little statement. See? That's committed. Give it a try. Do it sober. Good day.